Gotta keep winning, gotta keep winning, gotta keep winning, winning.
What's up, YouTube? This video right here is about how I fuel my truck. I'm gonna show y'all two loads and I'm gonna make them as my two examples. During the week, I'll just fill up my tank until I get to like Thursday. And then I start going from a load to load basis. Now if I'm going home, I do a load by load basis until I get home. It's because I don't want too much fuel in my tank. I use a quarter tank is empty. And I do that because I don't want to run out of fuel, or I don't want to go that far down in my tank. So I'm going to show y'all an example. Let's go. Okay, this is my first example. My loaded miles is 264 miles. My empty miles is 41 miles. My company uses zip code to zip code, so I normally add 20 miles to my total. So 264 plus 41 miles equals 305 miles. Then I add the 20 miles, makes it 325 miles. Then I look at the weight. My weight is 12,498. So I can do that at 8 miles to the gallon. I divide the 8 into the 325 and get 41 gallons. So I have to put 41 gallons in my tank to run this load. Then, since I don't have an APU, I know I'm going to have to idle tonight. So I add an extra 10 gallons to my tank. And that gives me 51 gallons that I have to get to complete this load. Okay, this is my second example. My second example, I only have 305 loaded miles. I have no empty miles because I'm picking up from where I dropped off at. So I only have to go by the 305 miles. My weight is 33,000. So instead of using 8 miles to the gallon, I'm using 7 miles to the gallon. 305 miles divided by 7 is 44. So I took the 44 and I added 7 gallons to it. It came to 51. And the reason why I'm doing 7 gallons this time instead of 10 gallons is because it only takes 5 gallons to 6 gallons to idle my truck on a 10-hour break. So I'm kind of, you play with the 10 and the 7, you play with it, because I'm only using a quarter tank as empty, so I still have a quarter tank to play with. Okay, YouTube, so that's how I fuel. It depends on the weight of how much I put in my tank, and I play with the 10 gallons and the 7 gallons of what I add to it. I don't always add 20 miles to each load, depending on if I'm picking up at the same place I'm dropping off. I don't have to play with and add miles. They do use zip code to zip code, so you still need to put as many miles as you can in the load before you add it up. The best way to do it is to put it in your GPS. GPS will give you actual miles from point A to point B. So that's the best way to do it. I just estimate, and if I estimate wrong, I still got a quarter tank to play with. At the end of the week, you're not gonna have too much over a quarter tank because you only doing it at the end of the week. And if I'm going home, or is it gonna be a short week, then I do it on a load to load basis. So I already know by Sunday when the week start that I'm going home that week. So I start at a quarter tank. So that's about all I do on the fueling part. It ain't really much to it. So subscribe, hit the bell, and I'm out.